Arcane, a 10 out of 10 show based on one of the most popular games in the world, League of Legends. Wait, hold on, listen. I know some of you may have some mixed opinions about this game, but trust me, Arcane is a completely different experience where you don't have to worry about going 1-20 or toxic teammates absolutely frying you in a team chat. Relax. I was also once down in the dumps myself, spending precious hours of my life on this game. Not saying it's a bad game, but they gotta be somehow radiating nicotine through the screen because boy, does it get addictive. Now, I've seen a lot of commentary videos on YouTube, but one thing literally no one talks about is how Vi absolutely disassembled, violated, or tore asunder if you will, Silco's minions. If you've watched Arcane, you'll know exactly what moment I'm referring to. Vi went absolute beast mode and threw down some of the most disrespectful yet cleanest generational hands I've ever seen in my life. Vi really got them hands and the rated E for everyone. So the scene starts off with Vi and a gang, Clagger and Milo, sneaking into a run-down abandoned building. Now, you're probably wondering what business they got down here, and I can't blame you, I'd be saying the same thing. Vi really looking like she's about to rob the joint. I mean, that is what she's known for. But like a very wise side character in Dragon Ball once said, "This man isn't black!" What did he say? But lo and behold, it turns out Vi's quote-unquote dad has been captured and ransacked by Silco, and Vi has come to save him. Now the reason I say quote-unquote is because we actually don't know if Vander is the father or not.
Are not his father.
In quick summary, Vander picked up 2 random kids, those 2 kids being Vi and Powder, who will make an appearance later in the story, after fighting a war and getting absolutely destroyed. Not really sure why he took them or what they were doing in the center of the battlefield, but yeah. Anyway, Vi finds her dad strapped to a chair, all beat up like it's a Diddy party. They try freeing him, but not even 5 seconds into reuniting with her dad, Silco pulls up behind them while doing the iconic "I've been expecting you" our villain slow clap. I'm not really sure what Silco thought he was running into, but he brought a whole army with him. Silco gang, it's not that deep, it's only 3 kids. So at this point, they're cornered and they have absolutely nowhere to run. So they got 2 options, fight or... Nah, it's just one option. Vi instantly comes to terms with the situation and knows what's about to go down. So she puts the boxing gloves on, if you can even call them that, and makes her way onto the bridge, aka the ring.
3, 2, 1, go!
From the jump, Silco is not playing around. Bro sends out the beefiest slave he's got, off rip, to go fight Vi. This nigga tatted up and got piercings on every square inch of his body, moving like he's one of Pablo Escobar's bodyguards. Now I thought it was gonna be a fair scrap or something, but this nigga was really trying to kill Vi. Bro goes straight in for the forward lunge and stab, and Vi parries that nonsense like she's in Elden Ring. I mean, look at Bro's face. She really got this man fearing for his life, cause he knows exactly what's coming next. Vi winds up a mean uppercut from behind the back and almost physically sends this man all the way to heaven. You can literally see the light rays of heaven shining down on this man coming to collect him. But bro got that big back 300-pound Shrek build, so you already know he ain't going anywhere but back down to the ground. After seeing what she did to bro, I'd be running away as fast as possible, but these guys took it as a cue to go all in. Now, we're gonna have to analyze each battle individually, because what Vi did to these people is not something you can just glance over. Vi done racked up multiple life sentences without possibility of parole in just less than 5 minutes. The first opponent runs up, and just from the way she's running, you can already tell that she has no game plan whatsoever. She didn't seem to learn from the first guy either, cause she goes in for the first strike like a complete baboon. Vi ducks and weaves her swing so clean, she had her completely bamboozled. But before she can even get her bearings back together, Vi winds up a left hook from one side of the screen and unleashes it on the complete opposite side of the screen. Vi dead seriously almost had her neck disconnect from her spine. Damn! And you should have seen the state of her after that left hook connected. If I remember correctly, CTE is meant to be caused by repeated blows to the head, but I can assure you, that one punch Vi delivered turned her brains into scrambled eggs. And to top it off, she fell off the bridge, so
you know he did.
The next guy comes rushing in straight after the previous one, trying to get the refrag, and bro's already shook before he even throws his first punch. Regardless, it didn't really matter how bro was feeling, cause Vi weaves him anyway before blowing his back out and kneeing him in the kidney, Amazon priming him a kidney stone before putting him to sleep. Now you see, Vi does not have the time to be finishing these niggas off. Right now, she is in a 1v20 situation like Drake, so she needs to make sure that her target switching is on point. But unlike Drake, she might actually come off this one alive with the way she's handling these niggas. The third nigga swoops in while Vi is distracted and delivers a nasty roundhouse kick to Vi's torso. And you know what's funny? I already strongly dislike this guy because he's the type of guy to bait all his teammates just so he can get the frag at the end while the enemy is distracted.
I made it Fiverr so hard.
Trust me, you do not want these guys anywhere within the 10-mile radius of you. Vi, on the other hand, is a teammate everyone wants on their team, the one who holds it down and clutches in virtually every situation. This nigga really tried to go for a combo on Vi, who is probably 20 years younger than him, mind you, but Vi parries that nonsense out of the way, clearing the path for a CTE-inducing, devastating, off-screen wind-up, vicious right hook, shattering this man's dome before making him conk his head onto the metal railing and paralyzing him from the neck down. Moment of silence, please. Now, you might be wondering why victims 5 and 6 are on the same scene, but you guys really just be forgetting that Vi is an absolute monster. Victim number 5 comes in, swinging his weapon, just praying to God that something lands so he can relinquish this demon, but Vi just stands there confused, like what is you doing, gang? Then remember victim number, let me see. Vi must have not hit him hard enough, cause he wakes up and puts Vi in the chokehold from behind, so victim number 5 can go crazy. Kinda like how the high school bullies in Duke's era did things back in the day. But Vi knows that now is not the time to be losing composure, so she forward kicks this man in the head, knocking him out, and throws the other guy off the bridge, and from that height,
Now you know he dead.
now, at this point, you'd be thinking that the fight scene is over. Vi must be exhausted. But nah, she's just getting started. After throwing some random nigga off the bridge, Vi guts punches this brother before using the same fist to prop his head up like a trophy, looking him dead in the eyes before knocking the daylight savings out of him and getting rid of the remaining hair left on his disgraceful trim. Not gonna lie, I think Vi's on them steroids. Like she has to be triple dosing cause there is no way she's still going. The next victim comes up, licking the full 6 inches of his knife, like those kind of characters. And ladies and gentlemen, I can officially tell you that Vi has reached the flow state. Cause the way Vi was weaving that knife, using her Sharingan, is beyond my understanding. She was so locked in, she didn't even see this baboon coming in from the left. Not gonna lie, I probably wouldn't have seen him either. After a long one-sided battle, Vi is finally starting to get tired. She even got Silco thinking, is this really legit? What are they feeding her? Silco's main squeeze was gonna step up to the challenge, but he stops her saying, no, not you. You're a main character for real. Let me send this one instead, giving him some Calpol to inject into his bloodstream. I'd usually be complaining, but at this point, they're just fighting fire with fire. If we're being real, Vi is probably on the same thing as well, with the way she's putting these grown men into body bags. Imagine dying and realizing you just got done in by a kid. Nah man, that's embarrassing. Anyway, Vi knocks the last nigga out, and now she has to deal with an actual monster.
What is that? Hell no, man. What the?
He grabs the nigga by the head and tosses him straight into the afterlife. Now, I have no idea who Vi was feeling like, cause she lunges at this animal, trying to delete him before he even finishes his transformation. But she forgot the most important rule, and you will notice too, even after a couple episodes of Dragon Ball. You can't interrupt transformations.